Here's the play!
This is their 6th third down attempt. 4 of them have been 3rd and 11 or longer. Mallory down the near side, that's intercepted. Intercepted by C.J. Lavender Jr. Crossing midfield, staying in bounds, and brought down. There's a ball on the ground. St. Thomas Aquinas gets it back.
Hello, football fans. Ryan here. We just saw the fairly rare ABA. Of course, an ABA is the technical term for when the offense commits a turnover and then before the play ends, the defense gives the ball back. We've talked about this type of thing last season. In fact, I had an ABA in one of my games. There's a link to that video in the description below. To put it briefly, when this happens, you treat it as if the offense achieved a first down. Pretty simple. Less than a minute of game time and less than 4 minutes of real time later, this happened.
That's a big play there. Thomas threw it up. Douglas, that's one batted in the air and intercepted. Intercepted by Mater Dei. Ezekiel Sua. Knocked out of bounds, tipped, and they're going to talk about it.
Ball came loose again.
Ball did come loose again on the return. It was tipped by Tupui on the interception. And the officials will discuss this yet again. The second time we've seen perhaps dual turnovers.
Yeah, Aquinas going to maintain possession. See Sua fighting for it, getting out. You see it pop loose. Great job by the quarterback. You know, the next time they have interception, Mater Dei coach could just get down.
2 ABAs in one game. Wow. And had the player not recovered the ball, we would have had a forward fumble out of bounds. I've been searching for one of those, so it was going to be a win-win either way. Now, 2 ABAs in the same drive. Well, it's not the same drive, but you get the picture. Now, 2 ABAs isn't a unicorn. It isn't even a Bigfoot or a chupacabra, but it's definitely a UFO. How cool. It was also cool for these kids to get to play on ESPN, although some will probably be playing a lot on ESPN in the future. Still, very nice of ESPN to take a break from talking about the Dallas Cowboys, Shedeur Sanders, and LeBron James long enough to show some high school sports. This game saw Maitre D defeat St. Thomas Aquinas 26-23. Maitre D, their motto must be "We serve up football." Yes, I know it's pronounced Mater Dei, as in Mater Dei football is all about safety. Besides the very rare double ABA, there was also a bit of mystery at the end of the third quarter. This third down play was whistled dead with 54 seconds left on the game clock. Despite that, there was some apparent uncertainty over whether the offense could let the quarter run out. Now, we can't see the on-field play clock. All we can see are the clocks provided to us by the ESPN broadcast. Say what you will about ESPN, but they know how to broadcast a sporting event. Therefore, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt that their clocks mirror the clocks in the stadium, for the most part. Even so, the announcers found the situation a bit out of sync.
That's synced up.
It is synced up perhaps
How did that, yeah.
a little bit closer than we anticipated. Coaches are looking at
That
it.
was really interesting.
And they do signal the end of the quarter.
That's the definition of time flies by.
Timeout.
They
St.
did.
Thomas. That's the second charge timeout.
Okay, they did call a timeout. Coach Harriet walking out there saying, wait a second, we thought that was the end of the quarter. That they are switching sides, though, toward the fourth quarter. Coach Harriet pleading his case here, Hobbs.
It was a second off.
It was.
Then it was right on.
Officials are going to discuss this.
So either the quarter's over or there's a second left in the third.
Now both teams heading to the opposite sideline, signaling fourth quarter. We do require an announcement here. Coach Harriet is still at the other end. The ball is still spotted at the other end, so the teams have moved to the other end, but the football is still on the doorstep. We'll see if all these players have to walk back to this side of the field. I mean, Modern Day is already beginning their jaunt back to where the football is.
Yeah. Either St. Thomas has lost a timeout, or we're still in the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. No timeout, St. Thomas. That was the end of the third quarter. Time had expired.
My first question is, the last play ended with over 50 seconds left in the quarter, and there was no apparent delay in spotting the ball. Seems like the offense would need to run a play. But let's put that aside and inquire as to why the coach of the team on defense wasn't lobbying for the offense to be penalized for delay of game or be forced to call a timeout. Maybe the coach was pleading his case, but it wasn't shown on the broadcast. What we do see is the coach of the offense who wants the quarter to end so he can use the break as a timeout before an important fourth down play. Now, in stadiums without visible play clocks, and in my association we still have a few such stadiums, this is a non-issue. Since only the officials know the play clock, you could just go with the quarter being over, no delay of game, let's change sides. In stadiums where there are visible play clocks, but those clocks are controlled by officials, this still isn't an issue. The official just starts the 40-second play clock with 39 seconds or less to avoid a situation where the clocks are in sync. I mean, this is the actual instruction in our mechanics manual. This is only an issue in stadiums with visible play clocks that are controlled by an operator in the press box. Not to throw that operator under the bus, but they are probably not managing the game like high school officials do. They are just following procedures. In situations like this, I always try to say to the offense, need a snap, or don't need a snap, but you can snap it if you want to, as quarters wane. Bottom line, if you can at all help it, you don't want to throw a delay of game foul with 1 second left in the quarter. I know play clock mechanics isn't the most exciting thing in high school football, but this does have the potential to be a big deal, especially in parts of the country where wind is a factor and a scoring kick is pending. Most of the time, though, this is really much ado about nothing. Now, I don't have any additional information about this game, and I wasn't there, so I don't know what exactly happened. We do see a player on offense signal a timeout, so I think the confusion was real. My guess is this situation was partially caused by the broadcast. This is not another knock on ESPN, just an observation based on a guess and an assumption. Lots of moving parts in a nationally televised game, and maybe a spanner fell into one of the cogs and briefly gummed up the works. What do you think? How amazing is 2 ABAs in less than a minute? How do you handle the play clock at the end of quarters? And finally, aren't the odds astronomical that all these players have the last name of Aquinas and play for a school named St. Thomas Aquinas? I mean, that's gotta be like 1 in a million, right?
Now it's your turn. Please share your wisdom, insights, and experiences in the comments section below. We have the best commenters in the business, so make sure you join the discussion. If you've enjoyed this video, and we hope you did, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Here's the Play.